guys, long time no see. Sorry for the delay. I had the flu last week. I'm back, feel more like a human being than I've felt in a while. So first I want to thank TherapyNotes for sponsoring Ask Allison. We're going to talk about some business boundary stuff today, which is one of my favorite topics to talk about. I know it doesn't sound like the sexiest thing, but it actually makes for a really great life when you know your boundaries and you're enforcing them, just like in relationships, right? So I got this great question. Pardon me. I see 30, this is this person's question. I see 30 clients per week. My sessions are scattered all throughout the day and evening. I'm booked from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. some days with cancellations occasionally. How do you all do this? Having lots of clients, but not always working at night. So I get excited about this because there are a few things I want to hit on with this. One is there are some studies out there. If you guys have your hands on those studies or links to them, please put them in the comments for us. I'm not going to have a chance to look them up while I catch up. But 30 clients a week is over what's typically recommended for burnout prevention. Usually the line is 25, 26 clients per week. And while it feels like, oh, that's just a few more, like that's a few more lives whose hard stuff you're holding. We sometimes forget because we've been doing this job or because because we love to do this job, how hard this job can be on us. And so that's why, goodness, that's why it's really important to make sure we have good boundaries in not just our business, but like our lives as well. So I would start to work on getting down to a smaller number per week. I would also talk about deciding what hours you want to work. And this is one of those things that we don't realize we are allowed to do almost. Like we have some learned helplessness from some of our agency days, but you can work when you want to work. You can not work when you don't want to work. All of us have complete and total access to whatever we want. This is something I'm going to talk about in another Ask Allison this week of like things I wish I'd known when I started. You're welcome. So I say that because we feel kind of like we're supposed to fulfill all of the needs of all of our clients, and we cannot do that, or all of our potential clients. We can't fix all the holes in what our community might have holes in. We can do what we can do. And this is really important because for us to be in this career for a sustainably long time, we have to make sure that our businesses are making sense for us. And there is no amount of freedom or money that working 11-hour days is going to get you that's going to make it worth it, because that's not real freedom, right? Like you may as well go back to an agency job and just work 8 hours a day. So to that end, I'm going to say backing off to maybe 25, 26 clients a week, seeing how that's going, deciding what hours you want to work within that time. I have a script in the Abundance Party and the What to Say When course, all about how to get people into daytime hours. The people who can. Most people, and this is something I didn't realize, but most people can come in during work hours every week. And I didn't realize that for a really long time, and worked in evenings when I didn't need to be working in evenings. So if it's offered, if the evening hours are offered, then certainly people are going to take it. It is more convenient for them. But we don't necessarily have to be offering what's most convenient for our clients if it means we don't get to do this work for as long in our career as we want to. Because I promise you, like, that schedule is heading for burnout, and I don't want you to burn out. What else did I write down? So then there's the problem of, well, how do I do that? If I've got 30 clients, how do I just magically make it like 25 clients a week? Well, one thing is you might be seeing some people weekly that don't need to be seen weekly. Some of them might be able to go down to bi-weekly depending on what's going on for them and your modality. Excuse me. Secondly, it's as people graduate from therapy, it's not refilling their spots. You might also consider raising your rates, which I know makes a lot of people's stomach drop. If you're an insurance-based practice, I might be dropping the lower reimbursing insurance panel that you're on so that you're still maintaining the same income and seeing fewer clients. None of those things feel easy. Talking to clients about schedule changes, talking to clients about increasing their rate or getting off of their insurance, none of that is easy, and I want to validate that. But it's a whole hell of a lot easier than working 11-hour days and burning out and not doing skills anymore and not being able to help people in the way that you could be helping the people in your community for decades to come. So, a little ranty. If you're having a hard time deciding like what you want, and this is something I do with myself every quarter as I check in with like, okay, what do I want my schedule to be right now? And in doing so, I realize how I have not done that for 3 months. Every time I do it, I'm like, whoa, I didn't even stop to ask myself what I want. We actually have a course coming out in the Abundance Party this month about, if the flu didn't delay me too much, this month about how you can have what you want and how to get clear on what those things are and make them happen. So that's what I got for you. Hey, Adina. I will talk with you guys later.